All right, this little video is for all my Duke fans, all my Cameron crazies. I'm inside Cameron Indoor Stadium right now. We have nice trophy cases, display cases.
Christian Laettner, this is 1994. These are guys that were the grads over there. Right? Shirts and skins. Yeah, right.
My man Jaden.
It was fun.
He's loving all of this right now.
It was like this kind of year, man. It was like this hot. We were shoes and boots over there. 94 is only, what, 25 years ago, 26 years ago. No, it was 1992.
We're actually waiting for the tour guide to come back so we can go inside. I'll continue my video later. Here's the other side of the trophy case and the display case. Even Wojciechowski, man. Similar. There's Kyrie. We're gonna go inside next. Grand Hill.
Kyrie Irving, who is a new player, is down here too. So let's head this way. So Cameron opens in January of 1940 with this game. It's Duke 36, Princeton 27. Sounds like the football game tonight, but it was a Duke win. Y'all recognize this guy, Coach K. Certainly the Army folks recognize him. This is Eddie Cameron, who was the coach for this game. He later becomes the head football coach in an interesting career move, and then the athletic director. He's with Duke Athletics for 45 years, and so when he retires in the mid-70s, what had opened as Duke Indoor Stadium is named in his honor, Cameron Indoor Stadium. So we're going to head upstairs to the reserve seats, and you can look right out over the... This is the guy that still announces NBA games today. Yeah, he does. So the third famous coach, Eddie Cameron and Mike Krzyzewski, third famous coach is Vic Bubas, who put Duke basketball on the map. Came in 1960, he was here for a decade. His first team won Duke's first ACC tournament championship. 3 more ACC tournament championships while he was here. 3 Final Fours, never a national championship, but from the 1960s forward, Duke has been a power in men's basketball. So this concourse is named Vic Bubas Concourse, and you'll see the court out here is named Coach K Court. Have you seen anywhere?
My goodness.
Just haven't seen anywhere you'd like. The external amenities, you came through our most recent addition, that 2-year-old lobby. There's an external practice facility, the Krzyzewski Center, and other structures that allow the arena to stay pristine. The focus for a game are these bleachers right here. They pull out for our Cameron crazies, the undergraduates. There's supposed to be 1,250 of them. It's really more like 1,500. They're crammed in, jumping up and down, yelling, having a great time. The risers on each end zone are for our graduate students. There's a pep band on that corner, which means that there's really only space technically for 750 graduate students, maybe more crammed in, of course. It's an issue at Duke. There are actually more graduate students, 8,500, than there are undergraduates, 6,500. So it's tougher to get in as a graduate student. They have a great time. They're the folks that do all the antics for the free throws. They have something going on for every shot and are enjoying the game entirely. Those blue cushions across the way on the opposite bleachers weren't here until Coach K got here. In fact, they weren't here until about 2000 again. They started showing up right behind the scores table and have over the years extended through the entire section. You can guess they are in fact high dollar season tickets. There is one line behind the last bench where you can stand, about like this. So we actually do have, for big games, graduate students standing behind those folks seated, the season ticket holders seated, which means Duke still claims that students are around the court, but it's not quite true. Maybe 3/4 of the way or a little more. So the visitors bench is to the left of the scores table at the far end. They are the chairs out front of the bleachers. The visiting team always controls a couple of rows behind them, so they're not just inundated with Duke fans. This end, of course, is the home bench. Coach K is always on the third chair from the scores table. It is superstition, but it means he can be surrounded by his 4 assistants, and it seems to have worked pretty well, so they don't change that. Behind the Duke bench are parents of current players, visiting former players, sometimes some recruits or other friends of the program. So that's the game day setup. What I'm always frustrated about is I cannot give you a sense of how loud, how vibrant, it literally vibrates in here. It's really a great place to see a game. So what I'm saying is you need to figure out a way to get here for one of our games. It's a lot of fun. The banners up top, on this side, the white banners are for the men's program and really dating back to the opening of the building. There's a banner up there for anything good that's happened. So Duke just puts one up there. Old Southern Conference are finishing #1 in the polls. 13 retired jerseys for the men out front. Across the way, the blue banners for the much younger women's program. Only officially started playing women's basketball here in the 1970s, so it's actually 50 years younger than the men. 3 retired jerseys for our women, 8 ACC tournament championships, 4 Final Fours. Not yet, and I emphasize not yet, a national championship. They are very good and are going to get one sometime. The 5 banners at the end are the men's national championship banners. Interestingly enough, Duke has only won national championships in either Minneapolis or Indianapolis, which is somewhat ironic, but there's an important point about this year's Final Four. Anybody know? Minneapolis is the Final Four for this year. 2021, it's Indianapolis. So I keep saying to come back in a couple of years and we'll see how we do. The banner here is for Coach K's 903rd victory. Put him past his mentor, Bob Knight, as the winningest coach in Division I basketball. Of course, he's now well over 1,000 victories. He was at Army for 5 years as the head coach. He's been at Duke for 38 years. He's entering his 39th season, which means he's got lots and lots of wins. He also is getting to be an old guy. He is 71 years old. He's actually older than I am, so there will be a transition coming at some point, but I'm not expecting it anytime soon because of the way things are rolling. Got a great recruiting class coming in this year. It actually is possible that we will win the national championship this year. But of course, when he says it's time to go, we will say it was a great run. What else can I tell you about Duke basketball or Cameron? The latest one, this is actually called our Hall of Honor and does recognize great players whose jerseys have not been retired, like Howie Irvin, for example, down here. The reality is its purpose is a food court. So in game days, this is full of food vendors. It enhances the game day experience. The building behind me, to your left, is the Krzyzewski Center. It actually is the practice facility. There are 2 full practice courts running this way, weight room and training facility in the back on this level. Underneath? No, next door. Oh, the next door. Yeah. It's a square building. It doesn't look like that. Runs this way. Underneath and this end are the dressing rooms for both the men's and women's basketball programs. There's a tunnel that runs right under this concourse, right out onto the court. Upstairs is the academic support for basically the entire athletic program. They're right at 650 student athletes at Duke, which is 10% of the undergraduate student population. Their expectation, their demand is 90% plus graduation rate. Every team, every athlete, and pretty much that happens every year. So they are quite successful as well. It's actually an event space, but does recognize around the wall 27 athletic teams that Duke fields. And these are 11 additional national championship trophies. There's actually a team here that's more successful than our men's basketball program. Any guesses what that might be? Lacrosse has got 3, so that's an excellent answer. It is women's golf. We've won 6 national championships since 1999, almost won again this year, as the lacrosse team almost won again too. So let's head this way into the basketball museum. This area is just to let you know that there's things here in addition to men's basketball. Women are recognized here with the Final Fours and the ACC Tournament Championship. The national championship trophies are ahead of us. Information on Coach K on the right, National Players of the Year on the left, Final Fours and ACC tournaments around the corner. There is a sound booth around the corner that is the sounds of Cameron. Hit the red button and it does give you some sense of how loud it actually is. It is authentic and it is quite loud. I'm going to leave you here. You're welcome to stay as long as you would like. You can get back to the football field out these front doors in between the buildings, or there's a doorway back in the corner that will take you right out of the center. Okay? Glad y'all are here.
Look, this is a
Absolutely.
this is a mini replica.
Absolutely. I wish you luck. Well, actually, I do wish you luck in there. I just hope it's a good game. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I actually saw this actually.
People literally camp out.
That's your easiest way. That's supposed to be how loud it is during the game day.